Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurudeva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om and greetings from Niagara Falls, Canada. We'll begin with some laughs. Everyone had a long day today. Daylight savings time is confusing. If you have young kids, it's very confusing. I Googled my symptoms. It turns out I just have kids. Here's another one. Silence is golden. Unless you have toddlers, then it is very, very suspicious. And this one's a meme, so this is more visual. So there's a father putting an infant to bed, and it says, "This is what it looks like." And the next scene is, "It's a stick of dynamite. This is what it feels like." That at any point, this infant is going to wake up and cause a commotion. When I was in the Vedanta course from 2005 to 2007 at Sandipani in Mumbai, studying under Swami Tejomayananda, that was hard. He is the supreme teacher and expects supreme discipline. 3 years later, I got married, and that was harder. Being married is harder than being in a Vedanta course. And fast forward many years, I became a father. I became a father twice. We have 2 young boys. Vyasa is turning 4, Shuka is turning 2. This is the hardest. So hard, harder, hardest. I understand and appreciate what all of you are going through. And that's why I shared, you had a long day. I know you had a long day. When a subject or an experience is harder, what this means is we need to train more. Running 1 kilometer is not so hard. You don't need to train so much. Running 10 kilometers is harder. You need to train more. This is the vision of our workshop. This is a unique opportunity where each evening we will flow through 3 Ds: discourse, dynamics, and dialogue. And we're going to do this over 2 parts. This week, then you have a week of application, and then we'll come back and meet again. This workshop is not theory-based, it is application-based. A seeker recently shared with me, my classes are difficult because they're application-based. That means she has to try. She's so used to esoteric, abstract, theoretical ideas being shared. She was disoriented when she was in my classes. Application. When matters are complex outside, you have to simplify what's happening inside. Like, if there's a snowstorm in Chicago, because matters are complex outside, don't you drive slower? You turn the music off. You sit closer to the steering wheel. You tell everyone to be quiet. Because of the complexity outside, you simplify inside. In terms of complexity, nothing is more complex than being a parent. This involves biology and finances and politics and emotions and driving and fighting and forgiving. It is most complex. And so we need a simple approach, a simple technique on how to parent more cheerfully. And so I'm going to share with you a mantra. You were all asking for a secret, right? I'm going to give you a secret. A mantra which I know you already know in theory, but maybe you don't know in application. And this is the beauty of the word mantra. The etymology of this word is mananat trayate iti mantraha, which in English means only if reflected upon will this help you to become more courageous and fearless. But if you don't reflect on this mantra can't help you. It's like having a key, but you never turn the key. That lock stays locked, correct? You already know this, but for the sake of formality, I will chant each line, you repeat. Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. By a show of hands, how many of you know what this mantra means? Now you're just nervous. If I didn't intimidate you in the beginning, you all would have had your hands up. Here's what it means, okay? In simple English phrases. There are 6 affirmations that are shared in this one mantra. The first affirmation, may we be safe. Keyword, safe. That is, Sahana Vavatu. Next, Sahanau Bhunaktu. May we enjoy. Keyword is enjoy. Next, Sahaviyam Karavavahai. May we exert. Keyword is exert. Safe, enjoy, exert. Line 4. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. May we shine. Keyword is shine. The 5th line. Ma vidvishavahai. May we understand. Keyword understand. And then Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. May we be peaceful. Keyword is peaceful. You caught those 6 affirmations. Safe, enjoy, exert, shine, understand, peaceful. Each of the 6 evenings we are together will focus on one of these affirmations. And I told you this workshop is going to be unique. We're going to approach this in a reverse order because that's what's needed for parenting. Everything gets mixed up, correct? So we start with, may we be peaceful. Purpose pulls performance. Repeat that back to me. Purpose pulls performance. A sports team in the regular season, their pull is less, so their performance is less. A sports team in the playoffs, where if they lose, they are out, the pull is more, so the performance is more. Makes sense? Now, if you have divergent purposes, then you have to manage them much more. If you have divergent purposes, sometimes they cancel each other out. Managing many purposes and the cancellation of these purposes really is stress. I'm being pulled in one direction, I'm being pushed in another direction. A very micro and universal example of this, we tend to have different personal goals and professional goals. Everyone agrees? My personal goal is to be a good father, to invest quality time with my children. My professional goal is to rise in my corporation, to employ more people. So what happens? When I'm at home, my body is here, but my mind is at work. Other times I'm at work, my body is there, but my mind is, I'm neglecting my kids. And now we're all thinking, but we've been home for a year. It's even more complex because the parameters are not there. In Sanatana Dharma, which simply defined is Hinduism, there is a single purpose for anyone and everyone. Sanatana Dharma, as a noun, means infinite nature. Sanatana, infinite. Dharma, nature. As a verb, it means unchanging responsibility. Sanatana, unchanging. Dharma, responsibility. Our unchanging responsibility is to be our infinite nature. And if you are being this, you will be peace-filled. You will be peaceful. Conditions do not change this purpose. How many of you, by show of hands, are grandparents? Some. Parents? Soon to be parents? None right now. How many of you are not married? We have a diverse group that is here, no? Grandparents, parents, those who are not married. It doesn't matter what condition your circumstance is, you have the same purpose, to be peaceful. Specifically for parents, we forget this. We get so lost in functionality that we forget to enjoy being parents. Is what I'm saying sinking in with you? Do you agree? In Bhagavad Gita's chapter 6, this is the chapter where Bhagavan Krishna teaches Prince Arjuna about contemplation. And he's really trying to get Prince Arjuna to be more energetic and enthusiastic about contemplation. And he shares, this is in verse 22, one of the most powerful quarters in all of Bhagavad Gita. Na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. I will share in English. Api. Api means even. Guruna means heavy. Dukkhena, sorrow. even in heavy sorrow. I want you to pause and think about what has been the heaviest sorrow that you've gone through? What could be the heaviest sorrow that you may go through? And I would infer it would relate to your children. Maybe you've gone through a miscarriage. Our family's gone through too. I would project it would be a child passing away. Na vichalyate. Bhagavan Krishna shares that even in heavy sorrow, like I described, one is not shaken. One is not restless. One is still peaceful. This is your purpose. It doesn't matter if you're a grandparent, parent, soon-to-be parent, married, unmarried. Remember, you can only share what you have. Yes? I have a bottle of glycomet here because I'm a professional dishwasher, so this is always near me. Now, if your hands are dry and I don't have this glycomet, I can't give it to you, correct? More deeply, you can only share what you are. If you are restless, what can you share with your family? Restlessness. And if you are peace-filled, what can you share with your family? Peace. This is why we chant Shanti 3 times. And there's a tradition, you first chant it louder, then quieter and quieter. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And many traditionalists, they explain that the first Shanti is louder because you're saying it to people who are far away. Then quieter, people are nearby, and quietus is for yourself. I feel the exact opposite. The first Shanti is for yourself. Once you are peaceful, you can make those around you peaceful, and then those far away. That's logical, no? And I'll add one more element here. I interact with thousands of families. And I meet families where a parent physically abuses their child. A parent abuses alcohol. There's a far greater propensity for that child to be the same way. It's systemic, isn't it? That's what the parent knows. That's what the parent is. And so it radiates to the child, to the children. We all know this. I'm not teaching you anything new. Agreed? Yet, if we're not investing in being peaceful, that really means we don't know it. This is the difference between a secular science and a sacred science. In a secular science, you can know it, but not follow it. In a sacred science, if you don't follow it, that means you don't know it. A great book through Chinmaya Publications is called Parenting. This is written by Swami Tejomayananda. And his first form of advice to parents is, and I'll read this to you. This is how the book looks. Do read it. I think this book costs $2. It'll be the cheapest, best investment that you will make. Keep cool. The first thing that is required when you face any problem, not only related to parenting, but to any problem in life, whether it is a problem in the office or family, a financial problem, or any other problem, is that you have to keep cool. Does this paragraph describe you? Did it describe your day today? Another great resource for everyone to read is a book called Hunt, Gather, Parent. How many of you have read this? How many of you have heard of this? This is a great book. And I'll share many insights from this book. This is my favorite parenting book. The author shares when a child's energy becomes high, and high here means they're frustrated, they're unleashing into a tantrum, the typical parent reacts with their energy becoming low. We become anxious, we become defensive. Yes? When what a parent should be doing is when a child's energy is high, our energy should grow to become even higher. But that's only possible, again, if we are living in such a way, may we be peaceful. If you introspect into your day, into who you are, you will come to find there are 3 ways where our peace is drained and we become depleted. Those 3 ways are really through our equipments of the body, the mind, and the intellect. When you have an entity, a vessel, and there's a hole in there, and you have something important in there and that's draining out, what do? We're Americans. We throw it out and we buy another one. Can you do that with your body? Can you do it with your mind? If I could do that with my mind, I would have done that a long time ago. You can't throw it out. So what do you have to do? You have to plug in that hole. You have to fill in what is lost. And I call this vitamin R3. Vitamin R3. The first R, run for 30 minutes. The second R, read for 20 minutes. And the third R is research for 10 minutes. Run, read, research. When I say run, it does mean run, but it really means exercise. Ensure that your body is healthy. And I'll share more about this tomorrow. The first way to develop resilience is exercise. Be in the sun. Feel the earth. Now what do? Check our email every 6 minutes. Look at our phone 150 times a day. This is all documented. Does that make you feel more resilient? Run for 30 minutes. It's so cold here in Niagara. Today it was minus 15 degrees Celsius. And I made it a point. I have to walk for 30 minutes. I can't tell you to run for 30 minutes and me not do it. We all have warm enough clothes. I was born in Niagara Falls. Some of you were born in the Chicago area. Read for 20 minutes. And I don't mean the Wall Street Journal. I don't mean your academic subjects. Read that which makes you want to be a better person. That which inspires you. And research for 10 minutes means close your eyes and internalize that message even more. Research who you are. Research what pieces, where pieces. This is a application-oriented way on may we be peaceful. If you are peaceful, you will be a cheerful parent, and there's a far higher chance you will have a cheerful child. Swami Chinmaya has shared, knowing is not doing. Doing is doing. So do it. I had also read, if exercise came in a bottle, it would be the most widely prescribed prescription. Who doesn't know that they should exercise? By a show of hands, how many of you did exercise today? That is a good ratio. This is a parenting for young parents, correct? The workshop for young parents. For older parents, those hands don't go up as much. This is all I want to share in terms of the discourse. The next facet of our workshop is dynamics. For dynamics, I would encourage all of you to lie down on the floor in the room that you're in. If it's too dirty, then be comfortable in your chair, okay? I'm going to lead you through guided imagery. So everyone, relax on the ground or in your chair. You don't have to see me. You just have to hear me right now. Those who are lying down on the ground, your arms are by your side, with your palms facing up, your legs are straight. Those who are sitting in your chair, your head, neck, and back are in a line. Your feet are flat on the floor and your hands are folded. With your eyes still open, everyone breathe in deeply through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, close your eyes. For the next while, keep your body completely calm. Do not move your body at all. For the next while, keep your mind completely quiet. Only follow my words. Imagine waking up in a field of sunflowers. As far as you can see, there are endless rows of bright, beautiful sunflowers. You don't know where you are, so you slowly turn around. And in every direction, there are more sunflowers. You realize you are alone, yet you don't feel lonely. You feel safe and sound. You feel a gentle breeze on the back of your legs, the back of your neck, as if encouraging you to walk. And so you start. As you're walking, you feel the soil beneath your feet. You extend your fingertips, your arms, to touch the soft petals of the flowers. You feel the warm sun on your forehead, your eyes. Be in the sunflower field. Let all of your senses engage this simple nature. You keep walking and walking. You don't know how long you've walked or how far you've walked, and it doesn't matter. You notice that the sun has hit the horizon. You stop walking to admire how the bright blue sky is now a dark purple. The bright yellow sun is a deep red. And slowly, the last ray of the sun disappears from the sky. And for a moment, you feel sad. You miss the sun. And then you remember that this beautiful experience is being shared with another. Slowly, gently, actually move your feet and legs, your hands and arms, your abdomen and lower back, your chest and upper back, your neck and head. Inhale deeply through your nose. And as you exhale, open your eyes and have a seat. Sun went directly to bed. Tell me how you feel right now. Share in the chat how your experience was. You feel calmer, relaxed. How many of you fell asleep? By show of hands. How many of you are on your way to sleep? And don't lie, I could see you. whenever I speak at corporations, banks, etc., I lead them through this guided imagery. And I insist that they lie down on the floor. There's more space. And so many fall asleep. And so I have to walk around and kick their legs because then they distract everyone else because they're snoring. I had planned to give you 20 minutes for guided imagery. This was probably the fastest guided imagery that I've facilitated, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. And I think all of you are sharing that you feel calm and relaxed. You did it to yourself. I'm in another country, not even another city. Now, if there is a challenge at home, someone breaks something, someone's fighting with someone, would you do better or worse as a parent? Clearly, you would be a better parent. We try to do what I just did with you, with our older son Vyasa, every night. We try. He is a most energetic child, but we try. I close my eyes, I chant Om, I chant prayers, and slowly he is opening himself up to this habit. Yesterday, when my wife Sheila put him to bed, she was tired, so she didn't chant to him. And as she was leaving, he said, "You didn't chant our prayers." And this is another application for everyone to do this together with your spouse, with your child, as a family. There's a recording of this on the Chinmaya Mission Niagara YouTube channel. There's a guided imagery through the sunflower field. There's a recording. And I recorded this because many people can't sleep. And so this is a system on how to quieten the mind to be able to go to sleep. It would be great in the middle of the day for the whole family to do that. Tomorrow we'll have more time for dynamics. Now we're going to continue to dialogue. Om sarve bhavantu sukinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.